Cruise news time. Well, excitedly, the Omicron wave is decreasing. We're riding that wave down to numbers in the pandemic that could even dip below Delta, which would be awesome. And in the wake of that, I'm going to keep this water reference up. In the wake of that, I feel like there's going to be some significant changes to cruising. So today in the cruise news, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I think are going to change pretty quickly because of the decrease in Omicron. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. Welcome to the 14th of February, 2022. It's a Monday. Happy Valentine's Day. If you got a sweetheart out there, make sure you send them a message of love, because this day only comes once a year. You can love them today and forget them the rest of the year, but you can't forget them on Valentine's Day. So, yeah. You got that to look forward to. I hope you got some chocolate from your sweetheart, or if you're, on a diet, I hope you got like a big fruit basket. Either way, happy Valentine's Day out there to the Loca fam. Let's jump into the cruise news, and today we're going to talk about the decline in Omicron and 5 what I think are big changes coming because of it. Change number 1 is an increase in demand. We have several of these online travel agencies putting out reports saying, wow, demand is really spiking, going up above 2029 demand levels now that Omicron is starting to fade. This is completely what we've seen, at least here at Lido, Loca. We saw the demand was on the rise, and then when all of the stories came out about Omicron and when the cases started popping, we saw a lot of people canceling cruises. We saw less cruise bookings, and that's been an interesting journey over the last 6 to 8 weeks to see the ebb and flow in bookings, and now bookings on the rise. So the first big thing that I think is going to change as we see the Omicron wave go away is an increase in demand. The number 2 thing that I think we'll see happen pretty quickly is an increase of capacity, an increase of people on cruise ships. Demand is going up. The cruise lines are going to put more people on cruise ships. Where you see them going at 50% capacity, you're going to start to see 70 and 80 and on until they get back to 100% capacity. This week I'm sailing on the Sky Princess, and I think we're at about 1,500 passengers, which is 50% capacity. So in addition to an increase of demand, that demand will be met by cruise lines opening up more capacity on their cruise ships. And then that takes us to big change number 3. Once the demand overtakes the supply, once the capacity has run out because capacity has gotten back to normal on cruise ships, you will see prices go up. And so this one's super important to pay attention to right now. If you have a future cruise credit that you haven't used yet, or if you have any plans on booking a cruise in late 2022 or into 2023, you should book it now, because I anticipate that over the next couple months, as you see the demand increase, as you see the capacity increase, and then the slots on cruise ships become less and less, well, you know what the businesses do. They're going to charge you more for those slots. Limited supply equals a price increase, and if everything continues the way it continues now, if we continue to see Omicron drop off, we will see an increase in demand, an increase in capacity, and an increase in price. Now, I got 2 more things that I think you're going to experience, big changes you're going to experience post-Omicron. I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, let me invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Hey, a big welcome to everybody that's joined over the last few weeks. Welcome to the Loca fam. We are excited to have you. Much love to the Loca fam, and help us make this cruising army strong. We're trying to get to 18 million so that we can invade a whole cruise line. I don't know. Could I be Captain Crunch or some other figure that wears a cool hat? I don't know. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you in advance. All right. The 4th big change I think you're going to see is services on board cruise ships and ports of call stabilize, return to normal. If you remember the characteristic that marked this whole Omicron cruising period, I would say the 2 biggest things were ports of call denying cruise ships, and a lot of crew members that had to deal with Omicron had to quarantine. And that resulted in a big change to the cruising experience. People would have ports that were changed, or you wouldn't get to go to at all, or they would be rescheduled. And that caused some, anxiety, rightfully so, because if I'm getting on a cruise ship, am I going to get the cruise experience that I paid for? And then on top of that, with crew members dealing with quarantine, being out with Omicron, we saw things like shows canceled and restaurants not be available, and the full, battery of services on the cruise ship be limited because of a reduced crew capacity because they were dealing with the quarantine. And if you've been tracking along with it, I think you have to agree that we're certainly getting through that. Less and less stories out there about cruise ships being denied entry to port, and more reports coming off of cruise ships that the shows are back, that the services are back, that they're starting to get back to where they were pre-Omicron. Now, the last big change that I want to talk about has been constant through this whole period of cruising, and it's change, right? There's been a lot of things that have changed, and I think over the next few weeks we are going to see a lot of change when it comes to health protocols again. How about that? The health protocols will change again. It's been the ebb and flow of health protocols. Don't wear a mask. Wear a mask. You can go here. You can't go here. You can do this. You can't do that. You can get off. You can't get off. This has been the cycle that we've been running through as cruisers that have been trying to cruise during the restart, trying to cruise through all of these popping off variants, and it's not going to change here. Now that we're getting to a better place of cases in the world and cases on board, I think the cruise lines will look again to see what health protocols they can remove to continue to deliver a safe cruising experience and an experience that more people are excited about. Again, we've run the poll many times. I believe that masking is one of those things that are keeping a lot of people off of cruise ships, probably bigger than some of the other things like testing and vaccination. And so I think you'll rapidly see cruise lines start to remove some of their masking policies. We've already seen the change with Norwegian Cruise Line. We've seen Royal, Celebrity, Carnival, and I think those are just going to be a staggered move to eventually no mask on board. As we see on land, as more and more places go maskless, I think eventually we're going to get to maskless cruising all the way around. So I'll continue to say it. Make sure you pack your patience during this period, but be flexible because there's going to be a lot of change coming forth with your protocols. Check them frequently on the website. Continue to tune into the show here, and I will try to keep you updated with everything that comes our way. Boom! That's your cruise news. Time to sound off. What do you think we're going to see over the next few weeks as Omicron slides away? What do you think is going to happen? And look, I'm going to give you a little bonus at the end. If you haven't been tracking along with it, you remember our friend Don Terrace from Don's Family Vacations. He's like, I'm not going on the Sky Princess. I don't know what Tony's talking about. That's how Canadians sound in my head. I apologize to the whole country of Canada. That's how Don sounds. It's not anything like Don sounds, but this was just a few days ago at embarkation on the Sky Princess. Guess who's here with us? Don T.
Looky, 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 a little Don Terrace is in the house. I'm in Toronto.
Okay, I gotta catch this on video. Hang on one second.
This doesn't feel like Toronto.
Hang on.
This doesn't feel like Toronto.
I have a whole video set up for this one line. Are you ready? What do you mean you're not going to Greece?
That's right.
All right, thank you so much for checking out the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please show your support by hitting the like button. And if you don't hit the like button, you're not going to like this punishment. If you don't hit the like button, you're going to have to wear a mask on a cruise ship even when nobody else has to. You're going to be that one maskless person walking around like, oh, Tony said I had to wear it. Hit the like button and you're off the hook. This is Tony for Lido, Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.